Well, time now for a little bit of a change of pace, and it is the season for drinks with friends and family. But what often goes unspoken is the feeling of hangover anxiety, or hangxiety, the day after. Well, Blair Aitken from Swinburne University's Centre for Mental Health and Brain Science has been studying it, and I'm very pleased to say that he joins us now in the studio to give us a few answers. Good morning, Blair. Thanks for coming on News Breakfast. And first of all, I just want to ask, what is hangxiety? What causes it?
So anxiety is that anxious feeling that some people get after a night of drinking. So it can be really different for different people. So for some, it's just a mild nervousness. You might think, was I too loud last night? What did I say? This normally fades as the day goes on. For others, it can be more serious. So you can spiral into more distressing thoughts. You might struggle to get out of bed that day. You might cancel plans with friends, or maybe you call in sick for work.
And does this affect people who drink heavily, like for instance those who might have blackouts, or does anxiety affect a lot of people?
So it's really different for everyone. So one of the main factors is how you process alcohol. So that'll play a role in like how hungover you feel the next day, and in turn how bad your anxiety is. Also the context that you're drinking in as well. So if you're, for example, a work Christmas party, and you might say something to your boss that you weren't supposed to say, you're going to feel more anxious than, for example, if you're just at home by yourself.
And just how does it actually work? What happens in your head?
So we have these amazing things called neurotransmitters. So neurotransmitters are like these little chemical messengers that tell us how to think and act and feel, right? So when we drink alcohol, this neurotransmitter GABA increases, and this is what makes us feel relaxed and calm when we're drinking. It also blocks off glutamate, which kind of shuts our brain off, and that's what kind of lowers your inhibitions. Unfortunately, when you wake up in the morning, there's this kind of rebound effect where these chemicals try and balance out, and this is what makes you feel anxious.
But do, like, physical, for instance, do genes play a role in this? You know, for instance, if I went out and someone else went out, we drank the same thing, maybe got a bit carried away, but one of us will have quite bad anxiety compared to the other. Is there something in us that makes it?
Yeah, absolutely. So research does suggest that genes play a role. So this would, again, be to do with how you process alcohol. But also there's research to suggest that people that have high baseline levels of anxiety or shyness and tend to maybe drink more to get over that social anxiety, they're going to in turn then feel worse the next day. Yeah.
And the big question, because I know I suffer from a little bit of anxiety when I wonder whether or not I've just said too much or anything like that, what can we do to fix it?
This is $1 million question. So, unfortunately, there's not a lot you can do. You can eat a big meal before you go out drinking. That's always going to help. It slows down the absorption of alcohol in your stomach. Making sure you stay really hydrated. So these things are going to help with the physical symptoms the next day. But let's be real. The best thing you can do is obviously, be mindful of how much you're drinking, and just try and maybe limit yourself, and obviously, you'll feel better the next day and less anxiety.
Yeah, keep your wits about you, perhaps.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, Blair.
Thanks, Blair. That's really interesting. Thank you.
Super interesting with the science behind it.
Yeah.
Well, let's